Hi guys. So I thought since I leveled the character quite a bit, I can show you the full-fledged leveling process of how to level Holy Relic. Idea behind this guide is to show you the tips and tricks, how you can level fast during the campaign, how you get into the maps and the endgame as quickly as possible, and how the first maps feel, and what you can expect during the progression of the build. And I will give you a few tips along the way in terms of layouts. I give you a few tips in terms of gems and how to set up your Atlas tree. So yeah, let's begin.
The very sand shivers with malice. There's a power here. The dead will soon rise for me, not against me.
First area, Twilight Strand. Equip all your gems. So first things first, we're gonna level the build as Absolution. Reason behind going Absolution is because it's by far the strongest witch leveling spell, because you're double dipping in regards to damage once you allocated Spiritual Aid, one of the key notables that will enable you to basically get increased damage for your own attacks while also buffing the damage of your minions. It falls off a bit around Act 8, Act 9, but until then it's completely and by far the strongest thing you can run.
God hasn't abandoned
this one
us.
Doesn't look too bad. It's good.
Farewell.
So what I'm looking for at vendors is basically any variant of red, blue, blue.
I know that stench.
You can use that
just like my
for the Holy Flame Totem
upon the pyre,
as well as for Absolution, and those will be the setups you're gonna use early on. In terms of the passive tree, I'm gonna make a few adjustments to make the build feel good during the leveling, especially for the early part. You can respec everything within, I think it's 12 or 14 skill points, so you get those naturally during the campaign. So there are no additional costs to follow a more damage oriented path of building early on. Which we do over here. We go to spell damage route. A lot of blue roars, you have to be a bit careful with them, because they can hurt quite a bit.
To learn is to live.
leaving the mudflats, you want to be close to level 4 or even be level 4. That's the sweet spot. If you level higher, that's not a big problem at all. It's just we are looking for a lot of speed in this run. You want to be one of the first people entering maps. Well, not technically one of the first, but you get the gist. It's about to be fast. We're not trying to take it slow here, and the idea behind this is to show that with the correct setup you can get Holy Relic, which is not considered one of the meta builds. You can get it very fast into maps, and in maps you will definitely excel, especially early on, with just a basic shield charge, static strikes setup, which lets you blast at least until late yellows very quickly. Okay, do I have any option to get this chainmail in? I had that. Okay, doesn't look like it. Okay.
I'd almost be well.
Got a job? Stay sharp out there.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Here at the bridge I'm placing a portal, because later on we're gonna return to that portal to finish the flooded depths for the skill point. And since we don't like to backtrack,
I
we
think
place
this
the
ray
portal
class will
to
serve.
minimize the amount of way and the amount of path we have to travel. A lot of champion packs here. Champion packs are good experience. You want to focus on killing champion packs or large packs. You don't want to bother too much with little stragglers. As you see here, the Holy Relic in combination with Flame Wall, they take basically care of a lot of things, and all you have to do is place them vertically behind each other or in combination, and then they clear basically everything until this point without any problem. You wanna end the zone with around level 7. Just rough estimate. If you go a level higher, that's totally fine. If you're a bit under, that's totally fine too. You just wanna be around 8 for Brutus, the least, to get the access for level 8 gems. Yeah, that's stupid. That's the shit that happens if you're not as good as you think you are. Gladly I didn't waste too much time doing this. That's something I wanna
When I'm ready, and not before.
pick up.
I'd rather burn than call such a place home.
Time-wise, we're looking at roughly 11 minutes. Going back to the city.
The tail.
Getting added lightning damage.
While we live,
No
we are
gems over
blessed.
here. No new equipment, I mean. There's a chest piece, we got this already, it's
Farewell.
fine.
Oh, sir.
And then we continue. Back to the submerged passage. I'm not clearing early essences. It's debatable. I don't think there's too much value in it because the stats are just so low. I'm gonna do them later in the game, though, especially the good ones. Anger, Wrath, Greed for life. What else? Hatred for cold. Those are the ones that really help early on. Set up for your gear. So on the minimap you see this formation here. This looks a bit like a bean or like a telephone, like an old one. Once you find this, you're at the boss. That's basically what you're looking for.
You managed. Stay sharp out there.
We get the added lightning damage on top of the Holy Flame Totem, which is also socketed with Summon Phantasm at this point. So since I'm doing the run not in solo self-found, I will have the labs already done, but I'm nonetheless gonna run everything to
When I'm
set
ready,
realistic
and not
expectations
before.
time-wise, and not like show you times that are unachievable or that I didn't perform myself. So just if you wonder why I'm running content I already have finished. So that's lab 1. Again, champion pack. respec, always good. Level quality, that's half a GCP, good. Double blue helmet, yep, why not? Okay, this looks like it could be a right loop layout. So we're gonna progress until here, go down, and should end up... maybe it was a tiny bit early. Let's keep going. Oh, maybe I'm entirely wrong. Yeah, certain layouts I'm pretty sure how to read at this point. Others, as you just witnessed, not so much. Let's talk about when we're doing speedruns,
Ignorance brought you here,
what actually
sister.
makes you fast
To the one
and
place
what
where your talents
doesn't.
are.
Because especially layouts are things people tend to ask me sometimes. And also stuff like vendor walking. And to explain speedrunning a tiny bit, what it contains and what actually makes you fast is not layouts or vendor walking, it's the fundamentals. So it is basically knowing what you need to skill at any point in time. Have your character set up and trained properly, so you know exactly what to expect in each situation. It's important that you always be moving. So if you might, for example, see me use skill points,
I need more mana.
you saw me using like
Had you
moving
been my
and swapping
creation,
gear
brute,
during movement.
you'd not have
That
fallen
also
so
helps.
easily.
It's the tiny things like keeping it going, not thinking about things, know which gem to socket and plan ahead. This is actually what makes you fast. It's not some weird gimmicks and weird dashes. Those are just
The
seconds, but the fundamentals basically determine your speed.
Take care.
Now the chest piece,
Farewell.
we already have that.
Yes? Take care.
Anything else? Nope, nothing. Okay, we keep it going. Still on the same setup since level 4. Just added lightning damage, nothing else until here. And you see the damage is just perfectly fine. You don't need to kill anything, you just need to get your level caps and kill everything to reach certain
Fate
thresholds.
smiles with sharp teeth.
Let me talk a bit about the mindset I have on a campaign start, and especially in regards to speed leveling
When I'm
or
ready,
fast
and not
leveling.
before.
In the end, like all the currency is, I don't like the word gated, but basically it is. It's not behind like always tier 16, but you should be in maps because the content you run right now, imagine it or think of it as being maps you're permanently running white. There are no modifiers, no additional. That means you don't have any additional drop chance. And also in maps and later in maps there are just things that are worth something that you can't drop in the campaign. The maps also give you access to
Sirens
all the
appear to be
endgame content,
dining
and
well.
especially the Atlas tree, which enables you to set up farming strategies you wouldn't have access during the campaign. So what does that mean for us? It means that the campaign is basically something you want to get past. And to do that, it helps to do it fast. Of course, how fast you level is always your personal choice. If you want to take your merry time, that's also very fine. It's not like you can't level slower and still get everything done everything done in a league. That's perfectly fine and does work. But this guide just helps you to do everything a tiny bit quicker. We get stupid amounts of experience over here. Found ship graveyard. So past this area you want to hit around level 12. Which I will probably do very soon. Could be over here. Yep. And there's the exit of the zone. Back in the city. I'm already planning ahead and swapping my gems.
If you must take...
We're buying Absolution, we have the currency for it. We're also buying our offering, which we're gonna use
Farewell.
after we swap to Summoner.
Welcome.
Check the vendors one last time. Did I found here? Movement speed boosts,
Stay
those are too
sharp out
expensive.
there.
Would be nice, but 2 transmutes is a bit excessive. And again, I'm not trying to cheat and take the currency I have from the league, so I'm not gonna be able to afford that.
Greatly to do this. Hard times call for hard hearts. I'm sure, were the circumstances reversed, you'd do precisely the same.
And that's how you die properly, sailor.
Fair grade.
Get the skill book,
Yes?
vendor everything,
Goodbye.
and then we're running with our main setup, and we can keep going. At this point you can drop the freezing pulse. You won't need it anymore. And now I can also skill those minion points over here, which concludes the skill tree for Act 1. Triple link helmet, that's good.
I'm so cold and lonely. Embrace me. I wait for the day's return. Darkness. I wait. A good wife.
As you see, the minions do a lot of work themselves. It's not like you have to kill everything on your own. We even get another level up.
At last.
And we're hitting exactly the zone level.
True faith!
Since I don't have any cold resistances, I have to be a bit conservative and careful here. Normally you would like to have at least one ring with cold resistances. I did manage to get that at this point, and I didn't bother to look for it and to buy it. If the vendor doesn't sell a sapphire ring straight away, there's always the option to buy a iron ring and sell an iron ring together with a blue gem. You have a lot of blue gems from the leveling experience left over, and you will sell those together and you get a sapphire ring.
Poor fishwife, 'twas love that did this to you.
Alright, Act 1 done.
It's nice to see there's still some
looking
life
at
in this
exactly
twitching
25
corpse
minutes.
of the continent.
Tons of monsters, tons of experience, very nice. Trying to just keep the high quality items, rares, those give more currency. I'm always identifying boots.
Going? Hello.
Reason behind identifying boots is the fact that I'm looking for boots with movement speed. Once you have that, you probably don't swap them until you find other boots with even more movement speed. So I would say when it comes to speed, that's one of the most important modifier during the whole campaign.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Right now we're level 14, that's solid. Leveling wise, you want to be around 16 after the Chamber of Sins. So you can start to equip your heralds, which we're gonna use to level. Going back to the old fields. Starting the den. The den offers certain things. I personally am interested in a second Quicksilver Flask for perma uptime of faster movement speed. If you don't care about that, there's always I think Bismuth Flask is the name. It's a flask that gives you 35 auras. Very good, very long duration. So if you keep that up, that's a lot of defenses you get just by using that flask. I can definitely recommend doing that. But for me, I'm focusing on the speed. Hence, a second Quicksilver is my go-to choice.
The white.
There you go. Belt, that's really nice. It covers my strength requirements.
Be well.
Okay, less duration is suboptimal. Okay, that's better. It's quite an aggressive move on the alteration that early. But I don't want to start off the run with the Quicksilver Flask that's basically only running half of the time. I don't value corrupted blood that high at this point. Or rather, corrupted blood immunity. That comes later.
The air stinks of thaumaturgy. I could learn a thing or two here.
Seems like I get my resistances
I
covered
barely
here.
recognize myself.
An orb of immense
Chance
power.
orbs, very powerful. I need those. So here's a layout tip. You see the waypoint points in this direction, and you can always follow the direction the waypoint is pointing in. It will basically guide you directly into Chamber of Sins level 2. In Chamber of Sins 2 we have two quest targets. One is the boss, Fidelitas, and the other is the second lab trial.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So we found the way to Fidelitas, we didn't find the way to the second lab, so we're gonna return to the area once we finished the boss. We do that through logging out, and to go to level 1 again, because mostly the trial is on the opposite side. Here I'm identifying a large amount of equipment for the simple reason that I now need alteration orbs. I just got 2.
Return if you must.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get. And then you buy Herald of Purity and Herald of Thunder. Now we're running in a different direction in the hopes of finding the lab trial. Found it. And then we can log out and keep going. So I'm taking my 3 transmutes,
greet
looking
you.
for jade amulets, which I found here.
Be well.
And that means we can equip Desecrate. Now we have our heralds up, that's additional minions and additional lightning damage.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So here's a nice gimmick. The path always leads completely down to the end of the zone. If the waypoint is on the left side of the path, then that means the bandit is also on the left side. If it's on the right side, that means the bandit is also on the right side. And on the opposite side, it's always the chamber of
Oops,
the
clumsy
spider den.
me.
Reverse chambers. So since we saw the waypoint on the left side, I know that the bandit will also be on the left side, and the bandit, in that case Alira, will be on the left side. And reverse chambers on the right. I think I misspoke, but you get the gist.
We, the Court of Reckoning, find you, Doedri Stamatis,
I
guilty
personally
of the following
prefer to go
transgressions
to the
against
Weaver
God.
first.
Perversion
It's
of
just
God's
a matter
creation.
of choice.
Promotion of heretical beliefs.
You can make the argument that
unlawful
the
enslavement of eternal citizens.
that Alira takes longer,
Torture of the
if you're a
innocent.
bit lower level, but so
Murder
does the
of
Weaver,
the
so in the
servants
end
of purity.
I really think it doesn't
For
matter.
these most severe crimes, I do sentence Doedri Darktongue to burn at the stake till naught is left but ash. May her life serve as penance for the lives she has taken, and let purity sweep away the dust of her deeds.
So we have blue and yellow spiders, let's kill that. Yep, good choice. Another blue pack. Level 18, million good. I can equip another 4-link, which is this one, and I would like to check the boots for speed. And this one too. Okay, alright.
What do you want?
At this point I'm gonna vendor for transmutes just to get back wisdom scrolls so I can keep identifying stuff. So this shield is actually pretty nice. Gonna prefer that. It has minion damage, quite a lot of it. Since we're 18 we can do a flask recipe. See what this one gives. End of use, this is completely bad.
Return if you must.
20, 26. So
Speak.
we don't need this as well. Checking for movement
Return
speed, we don't get it.
must.
Get
It
faster
is a-
casting.
Journey well.
Okay, we use faster casting instead of summon phantasm, and we combine summon phantasm with the holy flame totem. So our main links now are faster casting and added lightning damage on the absolutions and holy flame totem and summon phantasm. We throw in additional damage with the use of flame war, and for bosses and hard monsters we can use desecrate and spirit offering. In terms of auras, Kite Shield, why not? Maybe in a second link. Yeah, why not? Just keep it for now. "16 cold rest, 31 life, that's actually good. So that means I will be swapping my main link from my chest to my helmet, and then I can equip the new chest. That's what I mean, those tiny swaps all during running. This is what saves you the most of the time during leveling. Being able to, I'd say, multitask, I guess. And to know your build and to know what comes ahead. Okay, so that lab's done as well. Now we're gonna go kill the second bandit. We're closing in on getting level 19. That means I wanna use all my Quicksilver flasks now without leveling up, so I can instantly refill them. So I'm pressing the flask now. So flask is running, I'm leveling up, and I got new flask charges. Here you just can follow the path.
When I'm ready and
Maybe
not
grab-
before.
Oh wow, that's a speed shrine. That's really nice. So if I have this for the boss, it's gonna be very fast too. Double shrine, oh my god.
Your trap.
It's
Yep,
kind of
that
disappointing,
was a
really.
quick Caitlyn.
I usually like rats.
Speak. Travel far.
Ah, I just saw I didn't do Alira yet, so after this little detour for Orc, I will return and do Alira after. It's just one teleport more, it's not that big of a deal. This guy with all his jumping around is extremely annoying. Not really fun to play against, but the damage is there, so it's not that big of a deal. So when the entrance is going to the northwest, the exit is gonna be in that direction too. If the entrance to the oak fight is going from the what is it, north from the northeast to the southwest, then that's also the direction where you'll find the exit on the bottom left of the area. So that's a small little thing you can check when it comes to area. Also, you see those tile sets here on the floor, right? If you follow those, they will lead you directly to Alira. So you don't have to look for her. Just have to follow those roads, and there we are. Also small little gimmick in terms of pathing, how you can basically manage areas without looking too much.
You missed a valuable lesson, sister.
Alright, that's all bandits.
Times. Fare you well.
What? Travel far.
Gonna quickly go to Act 1 to finish the quest over there too.
Quite straight there.
And I think it's time to allocate some skill points. There you go. Actually, I prefer at this point a second mana flask, just so I can make sure I don't run out. Oh, taking the grand one then.
The very land learns to heed my demands.
An orb of immense power.
Oh my god. Boots, 2-stone ring, rings, just small stuff. So Jade Amulet. 21, that's too weak. Might as well keep it for a few scrolls. Not really sure where to go here. Missed the layout read on this one. Losing quite some time.
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh, there it is. I always have to mourn about something, then it will clear up all by itself.
How fascinating.
Level 21, that's very good. You want to be around 21 to 22 when you finish the act. So tiny bit over leveled. But from experience that's happening quite a lot with summoners, especially Absolution, because the damage is just so high, the minions kill everything on your path anyway, even if you don't bother. And actually when I attack, I'm honestly just trying to keep up flask charges, to keep up momentum, to keep up speed. Two stone ring. 14, 26, 21. This one has to go. I'll do a last quick detour to the town to get rid of all the stuff I found.
Nothing.
Okay, even better.
Travel far.
Gonna keep that bond for later, so I'm able
What do you want?
to equip
Exiles.
gems to level them. That's better. Okay. That's about it. Dropping huge amounts of flasks. Looks like layout wise it's either left side or to the south. Yeah, it's gonna be upwards, I think. Don't think it will connect to the lower part yet, but that's good. Once you finish the second level, all you gotta do is travel straight across, like diagonally through the zone, and it would always get you to the door. So one more level. Okay. How are we looking resistance wise? 17 fire, cold lightning is good. So we could use some fire. Keeping that in mind. We don't need this point yet, we just go for the additional, and we go for 30% increased, we go for the increased effect of offerings first. Oh, was already there. Wow. My bad, my bad. No, I'd say that was quick. Collect everything, we lock because this door takes probably half an hour to open. Kind of exaggerating, but you get the gist.
A pity.
Not opening really fast.
I think we could have been friends.
On the other side, with those loading times, I'm not sure that relocking is quick at this point. Hope they're gonna fix that before leaks start.
Going?
Okay, we're going City of Sun.
When I'm ready, and not before.
I don't mean...
Okay, we're entering second act at 54 minutes. That's around 4.5 minutes slower than I would like to be. And act 1 was 25, so this was 29 for the second act, which is actually kind of slow because the second act is faster normally for me than the act 1. Yet still, not to worry. Probably the result of not finding any movement speed boots by now. The crematorium. You have 2 quest aim goals again.
When you build something like this, you make persecution a way of life.
First is you wanna fight piety, and you wanna finish the labyrinth trial, which I found now, so this is what I'm gonna do first.
An orb of immense power.
Okay, trial done.
When I'm ready, and not before.
There she is, my work in progress. Let's see if Rayclast has been good to you, witch. Harness your fear!
Yep, damage looks fine.
Enough of this!
ID gone.
See you.
So here in the sewers you want to find 3 busts. The first one is always in front of the waypoint, which I just grabbed now. Second one is always after the waypoint, so from here you just want to cross over and find the waypoint. And the last one is determined by the size of the room in which the second one you can find. So I'm grabbing the waypoint. Now I'm looking at the room, and this is a small room, and once this room is small you gotta travel to the south of the area, and if the room is larger you wanna travel to the north and the northwest, I'd say. So I'm traveling south, and lo and behold, there you go, last bust. Entering marketplace. You want to find the quickest way to the waypoint, to the last, the 5th trial, and then you want to go your first round to the docks once you're 24 and above. If you're somehow lower, there are people running docks from 23 onwards. If you're even lower, I personally just recommend going for the Temple of Solaris, because the area level is 1 level lower. That means you get still full experience, whereas in the docks you need to be 24 for max experience and 23 for most of the experience. If you're lower you get quite a big penalty. We found the trail already, that's good. This one can sometimes take a while to find, so it's nice to have it instantly. Gonna quickly check the vendors to see if I maybe get a lucky falling or if I get movement speed now. If not, I think I'm gonna craft movement speed very soon. Let's see what this says. You can try this one. This costs an alteration. No boots, no speed. You get your curse. I'm taking
General, why
elemental
are you still
weakness
standing
for the
there?
time being. Let's see if I can falling. Nope, I can't. Okay. Socketing Gus.
Hello. Watch
Always
yourself.
worth a try. If you get a falling like this, that's nice. If you feel a bit weak or a bit underleveled, you can do a few extra runs in the docks. It's a very good zone for XP as well as for gear, because you can drop fallings here. Technically, you can drop fallings beginning with the end boss in Act 2. I so happen to sometimes drop fallings from that boss, but it's pretty consistent, doing a few laps, a few rounds of docks, and there's quite often times you get something to use.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, nearly 27. That's enough. I don't need to continue in the docks. I have enough experience. Returning to Battlefront.
I'd love to see the insides of this spell. I can't abide housework.
Chaos Orb.
First Chaos Orb. Always a nice feeling in a new league to drop the first Chaos. Not like that this is the new league, but if you simulate it, might as well feel like it. Another 7 skills to allocate. We're going all the way around into this cluster. 2 more points for major power spike, which is spiritual 8. This node will increase your damage by quite a lot. Basically makes it so that all the minion damage you already allocated also counts for your own spell damage. And since Absolution is basically cast from you as well as from your minions, that means you get like, I don't know, 120% increased spell damage or something like that, depending on how much you have at this point.
What is that?
Okay, getting the
like
Jade.
Leave me, not a
So what I'm doing now is I'm going back to my hideout. Over here in the area of Diala you get a craft, and that craft you can use on your wand, or if you have 2 you can use it on both. And that craft is fire damage to spells, and it costs 4 transmutes. As you see, I have 1 over here. And you can see I have 11 over here, so I definitely stack the money for it, and I can use that without, yeah, well, let's say cheating or something. Though cheating might be a weird word in that case, but you know what I mean. Without being untrue to the leveling experience. So, and that craft is the second big power spike you get. That basically means the build is now in a very good state. And we're gonna plan ahead as well. And see what we got. We got that wand. 1 red socket. We have 2 over here. Helmet is full. Chest is completely empty. Boots have Holy Flame Totem, you wanna keep that at this point still. And
Chaos Orb, Chaos Orb.
Second Chaos Orb, very nice. So Gravicious over here, we're not gonna kill Gravicious yet. Simple reason, if you kill him with level 40, the gem will the gems you get from him will still be leveled. We will be able to get the respec gem in here, but we don't need it now. It will come in handy way later, and we don't need to waste like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to fight Gravicious, which is really pesky. If we would be like 2 level higher, would be like 29. If you have the spiritual aid allocated, you might as well do him. Your damage is high enough. Without it, I don't think it's worth spending that much time here, because I won't be able to properly utilize the gem, so it's not worth getting it.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, that's 1 level up. I would ideally love another one before Piety, so I can cut down the boss quite fast. Gonna be close, we'll see if that works out.
You either master Nightmare, or it masters you.
That sounded like a drop. That's falling. Okay. Double red though. Not really ideal. I think we can work with it. So here we have caravans. You have 2 on this side and 1 on this side. You always want to progress in the direction where there's only 1 caravan. The other side will lead to basically a closed loop. And the one with 1 caravan will always get you to your goal. I'm deliberately killing a bit more in this area,
An orb
just to make
of
sure
immense power.
I get the level up before Piety, so I can allocate spiritual aid before that. Yep, that should be enough. On the top of the stairs there's always a champion pack, and sometimes here. Yep, okay. That's the level up.
Of all the worlds you could have conquered, you had to choose mine. Such power wasted on a feeble imagination.
And there you go. That's the type of damage I'm talking about. And that's even without the curse, which I totally forgot that I had.
Damn you!
Definitely worth it.
I loved your work, Piety. It was you I wasn't very fond of.
Talakoda.
Poi.
Stay out of the
checking for
shadows.
further links. Didn't find anything good. Turning to Ebony Barracks. I'm gonna run the library now. Basically what you want from here is, if you're running a shield, you want to get a shield charge, faster attack setup. It helps quite a lot to move around. You just need the correct links for that. I have a bit of space and I don't have the links yet, but I will keep my eyes open and check if I can manage to get this ready. And in the meantime I just take the additional experience from that zone, just not all too bad.
When I'm
And
ready,
once I get it
and
later,
not before.
then I get it later. That's not that big of a deal as well. Falling here, so we maybe get it in the helmet as well. Those gloves look actually pretty perfect for that. Just damn shame I have gloves already.
I no longer need fear. Destiny is seeing to that.
Okay, let's see
You getting
what
by?
I can get rid of. Dun 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 dun. Those have too much dex requirement.
Bring me
Doesn't
back
look good so
something
far.
nicer.
Maybe on the one front. Nope.
Watch yourself.
Listen, quiet.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Need something? Be careful.
Okay, we're taking alts, transmutes, and chance orbs, since I always forget the prices. We're going back to the library. We're going feeding frenzy, shield charge,
Fortune favor you.
fast attacks, back to the Imperial Gardens.
An orb of immense power.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Finish the last trial. And now I personally always do the lab at this point. There's a simple reason for it. Once you travel to the Scepter of God, you might notice that our damage is totally fine, but on the upper echelon you fight Dominus, and before you fight Dominus you fight waves of his minions. And the first wave consists of heavily fire damage dealing minions that basically perma-kill your minions, because your minions at this point don't have any sort of elemental resistances. So there are a few ways to overcome that problem. You can equip, for example, a bone ring if you find one. There are certain wheels on the passive tree where you can move along and just allocate those and respec them later. Both of those solutions are kind of ineffective in my opinion. The bone ring is probably the best and the quickest. I personally take the danger of a very early lap.
Never be awoken.
And I get life here, and I get life here. And the reason why I do that is because once you finish the lap, not only do you get more damage, but your minions also get 30% ore resistance as well as you. And that means that now the minions that formerly kill your minions all the time and pose a threat to yourself start to be a complete joke. And that means that you have a way better time finishing that boss.
Inexhaustible.
That means though that this lap you're entering quite underleveled, and in case you don't have any forlink, you're entering it quite under-geared as well. So keep in mind, this is dangerous area where you're in here, and Izara can be a bit tricky and sometimes a pain in the ass. Biggest problem
An orb of immense power.
is actually getting the damage ramp up, which is due to the fact that you always start the boss fight without any minions. If she spawns minions herself, that's mostly the best variant, where you can just kill the minions and then you get your minions and you get a lot of damage. Sometimes though you have to attack her and just spawn them on a natural way, which is just attacking her, and that can take some time. Okay, I'm not gonna travel too much around now, I'll just take this exit. There's a tool. It's called Path of PoElab.com. And with this tool you can actually check the lab layouts. So you don't have to search for it.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. To entertain when one defiles the effigy, one defiles the emperor.
Gonna need it later anyway. See what I mean? He has spawned minions, now I can attack his minions.
Nobility is a lie.
And with that, I spawned my own.
Such resilience. You are not an emperor if none will kneel before you.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Yep, path looking good.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep the empire awaits you with open jaws.
We're looking 1 hour 27 right now. So if nothing goes wrong
You
now
are
and I'm able to
condemned.
kill the boss without actually dying. Which looks good so far.
Die for
Very
the
nice.
empire.
Too much clutter.
Triple unique boots. I'm definitely gonna have a look at those. Not unique, but
Before your emperor, you and all of immense before power. The goddess of justice, you and all of immense receive our blessings, embrace our gifts, and rise ascendant. For this is the ending that we all deserve.
okay, now we're going Necromancer.
Embrace the serene power.
And we're going
that is
Command of
undead.
Darkness for the aforementioned elemental resistances. Getting all the boots first to see if I get any movement speed. 20% over here with 61 strength and level 33. Okay, and there's a lightning resistance on and another suffix. That's nice. So what I'm trying here, I'm getting my 4 jewelers and see if I get more links on it. I'm getting 3. Guess that's it then. Can I change the colors a bit? That's alright. So, okay, I'm gonna keep those. Let's see what this is. This is actually really, really strong.
Yes?
I have a better wand. Let's take this one now.
Watch yourself.
The colors are correct. I need to roll a suffix, so I have a prefix open. Then I can roll with the main links in here. And I can wear the better helmet. Okay.
Still breathing, eh?
Then I can sell all that. I want to keep those still. Can sell this.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
Want to go back to my hideout and use the craft again. Fire damage to spells.
When I'm ready and not before. Remember, Dominus, what goes up must come down.
I see with the additional 30% increased minion damage, they hit even harder. And right now we're at the spot where the build feels the best, I think. And from here it's just keeping it going. Once you get the faster the movement setup with the shield charge, faster attacks, it's actually gonna blast. So next goal 33, so one more level. Grabbing the strength from the way. And then I will be able to equip that. All minions running so far. And then we probably completed our leveling setup aside from a proper falling, which I'm still missing. Feels like I'm not getting any flask charges whatsoever. Now we have a corrupt blood flask.
When I'm ready and not before.
So this act sometimes takes quite some time. If you run it this way, you have a lot of things to do. You have to do the normal act, you have to do the
invite the master that called you here? Which?
You have to change your setup. You have to do library for gems. All that good stuff. But in the end it's worth it, because the next two are gonna be even faster. It's just setting yourself up on this act. And I think the damage shows it. There's not.
Have you ever seen the true face of God,
so
exile?
comfortably.
Die in awe, the touch of God!
This world is an illusion, exile.
No one will cry for you, Dominus.
Yep, that's it. Dominus done. Okay, Act 3 done
That
in
water just
1 hour
reeks of
36.
Let's see where it comes from.
And mind that those times are something that everybody can achieve. I managed racing qualifier I think 1 or 2 times, which is ending Kitava below 2 hours. Compared to the real fast people, I'm not really fast, so I think this speed over here stems from quite a lot of training which you can get in over time. Doesn't need to be before a league start. You can just train a few leagues in advance and always incrementally improve a bit.
When I'm ready and not before.
Okay, entering Highgate. Now we're doing the swap. We're going Herald of Thunder over here. We're going Herald of Purity, Desecrate in their boots. And then we have Summon Phantasm support and Holy Flame Totem, which we can run there. And then we have okay, Holy Flame Totem we can't run there. Shield Charge, faster attacks. That's the main link. Yeah, okay. So I'm dropping Holy Flame Totem for now. I definitely don't want to wait with the speed any longer. Falling boots. Yeah. Okay.
Go where you are needed.
No time to lose.
What do you need now?
That's actually a very solid helmet. Even better than the one I have. Yep, that's better. Putting the Holy Flame Totem in there. And the Summon Phantasm too. And the Herald here. And then everything is solved.
May fear guide you.
Do I have even space for determination? I don't. Okay.
How do I keep ending up in such lovely places?
Sinner. Death to sin.
Thaumaturgy.
Alright, our movements variant is online.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes, little mountain. I'm pleased to see you too. I think it likes me. There are so many more trapped spirits in this place. I can feel them.
See, this part is right. It's just like surfing or cruising. You're just cruising around. Your minions kill everything. And the craziest part is this is also still on a 3-link, so
Don't be frightened, little mountain. It'll all be over soon. When I'm ready, and not before.
I am Dareso, the Sword King. It was here in the pits of Theopolis that I made my name, killing rabid dogs and wild boars before I could even be considered a man. In this, so glorious of arenas, I care nothing for your past, only your future. And for that, you will have to fight. daughters, steel your bellies, for the slaughter is at hand. An adequate performance, challenger, if a little messy. Yet Barcool and his stinking flock were simply an audition. Welcome to the grand arena of Theopolis. It is here. Die a death worthy of applause, gladiator.
Here I'm killing ghosted beasts in order to maybe get a falling. Wasn't lucky, but what I else got? Yep, mirrored. Okay. So, selling one normal item, at least a rare item, and its mirrored counterpart. Will give chance ups. And chance ups early in the league are always good, because later you can buy maps with it. Or if you go heisting, you can buy heist contracts with it.
A king of swords is nothing if he cannot defend his crown. For glory! I've missed this. Is this a joke to you? You murder love. You're no sovereign.
That's
I'm
interesting.
sorry to have to break this to you, Duressa.
Dropping a 5 link.
But she's not real.
Don't know what that happened the last time, especially in Act 4. Honestly can't remember.
Deshret has ascended. I'm watching you.
So this is what the inside of a Karui king's head looks like. I hope they're not all like this.
An orb of immense power.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Join your ancestors. Heidi, aid me.
Now that's what you get for losing your temper, Kaum.
What do you need now? Go where you are needed.
I felt you've done yourself proud today, exile.
The gate.
So, we're going
Our
to Chaos
hopes
Golem.
are with you.
Spot for it. Doesn't look like it. So, just keep it.
It's not every day you get to walk into a living, breathing nightmare. When I'm ready, and not before.
Be happy for me, sister. It's not often we get to erase our failures.
Oops.
Our mistakes can be our greatest achievements. It was...
It seems I've underestimated piety. Good. I like surprises.
Exquisite. You have murdered.
I hate to be critical, but I've seen better.
Now you are simply gorgeous.
After Brutus, I'm glad I won't be seeing any more of your work. Oh, Doedry, we witches have to have some standards.
You've come.
I have been expecting you, witch. You and I are about to create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Will you go to bed now, little girl? Or do I need to tuck you in?
Now, exile!
What?
Now, exile!
Embrace the future.
Kill me!
Embrace the future.
Closing in the end boss.
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
Just short of 2 hours. As mentioned earlier, if you're a better player, it's not a problem.
You are being selfish.
Faster than that.
Accept the gift of immortality.
Pretty sure there are multiple runs from people that utilize Summoner or Necromancer.
Accept the gift of immortality.
In early runs, and can show you how to do that even more proficient.
Nightmare is the true eternal. Why are you so in love with death?
But what we're doing here is the prep for the swap to Holy Relic, so I guess that's at least a bit value.
Poor Malachi. You were so frightened of death, weren't you?
What cannot... What is it, Exile?
What the little... They all...
Act with care.
Here wanna grab Spell Echo. That would be the ideal falling for Absolution. Since we don't have that, and the 3 link is actually still working fine, There's no need to rush anything, I can just stay on the 3-link and keep up the performance of the build for now. As I said right at the beginning, what's the mantra behind this? Mantra behind it is not I need to find gear here. Mantra is I need to get out of the campaign as quickly as humanly possible. And if this works on a 3-link, so be it. Another Arcanist's box. Always worth throwing a transmute at least on it.
Of immense power.
Go. 3 chance orbs. 2 augmentation. By far. Very solid swap.
When I'm ready and not before.
Speedrun. Not really useful at the end of the zone, but I'll take it anyway.
An exile, and thank you for finishing off that last overseer for us.
Okay, so
I don't know what
fire
sort
is
of mother
definitely
could
the
have birthed that.
resistances that needed most. So I'm actually rolling with this one. Suffixes are full, but alright. It's
For
more
freedom.
evened out.
Blood. Talakura. An orb of immense power.
A lot of chance orbs in this run. Alright, we are shortly past the 2-hour mark, so that's where I come to break for this video. Gonna continue in the next part. Reason behind making those cuts is just that you have at least somewhat digestible amounts. So
When I'm ready,
I'm
and
planning
not
on
before.
excuse me, I'm planning on 3 sessions, each around 2 hours, so see you in the next video.